If I had stayed on the thoroughfare that day, not taken the alley, I would never have met him. For some reason the thought of never knowing him leaves me feeling restless and aching. I sit, defeated, and shuffle the cards for the 100th time. I cut the deck, close my eyes, and draw a card at random. Fate. I always draw fate.
Hey guys, I have a book review for you today, and the book review is for Illusions of Fate. This book is by Kiersten White, and the first thing that you notice when looking at this book, obviously, is the beautiful cover. I love the cover, but I don't feel that it really holds well with the book. The tea and the birds, yes, but I don't know, the rest of it, not so much. That's just my opinion on the cover. I like it, it's beautiful, but I don't think it's the best cover for this book. Also, the title makes me think that it is going to be a bit mysterious and there's going to be like a lot of stuff that I didn't see coming, which there is a little bit, but not as much as the title makes it out to be. So this book is about a young lady. Her name is Jessamine, and she is from an island called Malay, and her islander heritage, her mother kind of raised her up to be a prim and proper lady. So she goes to this other country called Albion to study abroad, pretty much. She is at a school and she's like the top student there. However, she gets made fun of a lot because everyone in Albion is very pale. Pretty much they're white people. And she is an islander with dark skin, dark hair, dark eyes. She's definitely stands out like a sore thumb, where all the other people from islands in this country of Albion are servants and whatnot. So they kind of treat her badly in this book. And even though she is very, very smart, she makes a lot of dumb decisions, I feel like, in this book. But I mean, it all turns out okay. Jessamine is going about her daily life and she kind of stumbles into this guy who is obviously from Albion. He is very nicely dressed, a very smooth talker, just very kind of like a guy that you might want to steer clear of. At least that's the first impression that is given of him. And his name is Finn. And you later find out a lot more about him. He is one of the main characters in the book. Obviously, she kind of steers clear of him, and then she, at the same time, feels really drawn to him. And in their second meeting, he asks her to pull 2 cards from his tarot deck. He's got a deck of tarot cards. And she pulls one card out, and it ends up being 2. She freaks out and, I don't know, like, goes away, and you later find out that these cards are Fate and the Lovers, which is a very, very big foreshadowing for the rest of the book. There is a bad guy and some supporting characters that I loved. I absolutely loved the supporting characters in this book. They were funny and sweet and awesome. I felt like the character development in this book was done nicely for a pretty small book, and it's a standalone. I'm pretty sure it is a standalone. This book is 278 pages, so it's a pretty small book, and I feel like she did a really good job of pretty much telling me about this world that they're in. And the way I kind of envision this world, it kind of reminds me of what England would be like. It's kind of a rainy, drizzly, kind of overcast type place most of the time, and then the aristocratic society going on around there. It just makes me think of England when I'm reading this, or the UK now, I guess. But yeah. And then the island, I don't know, it makes me want to say like Jamaica or somewhere tropic with a lot of culture. And there is a lot of anonymity between the Albion people and the people of Malay, because the Albion people kind of like colonized this island, and yeah, when they colonized the island, they changed a lot of stuff, like, you know, what happens when civilized cultures decide they're going to take over the savage cultures, and it's never good, obviously. I am going off, girls, just going off. But yeah, I found this to be a pretty good read. I enjoyed it a lot. I liked Jessamine. She was a very witty character, very smart, very in-your-face type person. Whatever Finn would ask her to do, she always seemed to do the opposite. Which is kind of how I see myself. When my husband asks me to do something, it's pretty much the opposite is what I'm gonna do. So can any of you relate to this? The ending, I felt, could have been done a little better. It wasn't my favorite ending in the world, but it did end up being okay. It was an okay ending to a really good story. They nearly killed the ending for me, but it ends up being okay. You could just, yes. So those are my thoughts on Illusions of Fate. I checked mine out at my local library, as you can see, and I recommend this for a evening read if you guys are into it. I give this a thumbs up. Thanks guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.